projection of what the electrical production will be, and that differs a lot from reality.
Okay. What they? Yeah, I love hearing these things, man. But I love hearing these things. So tell me what they're saying. Yeah, because you can't go wrong with going solar. You can't go wrong with choosing the wrong solar company. Is all I can say. So a lot of people do have very bad experiences, but the facts are the facts, right? So ultimately,
Yeah.
you have to understand like there are so many different utility companies. There's so many different. I mean, we're probably talking about Florida here, but the facts is as follows. Uh, and you're with Duke, right? Duke Energy. Yeah, Duke.
Yeah, that's right.
Duke Energy has the highest, one of the highest, like Duke and Tico are the number two worst utility companies relative to the current rates. It's the highest in Florida, and it has been increasing consistently year by year. So Duke makes it easy because you've been living in the property for more than 12 months, correct?
Yeah, yeah, we've been here around 5 years already.
Yeah. So if you've been in the property for 5 years, I mean that's more than 12 months. So like I was saying, right, the Duke makes it easy for people to see exactly how much they're renting or consuming. So in your case it was like 14,000 something if you recall right on your Duke statement.
Yeah.
Very, very simple. Duke has net metering, which means the dollar for dollar. So you get 100% back of every kilowatt hour of excess energy thrown back to the grid. The grid acts as a giant battery. So you use that during nighttime. So when you're pushing from the grid, right, nighttime energy, like when there's no sun, it equates to to very simple math. Let's say you consume 14,000. What you need is a system that is going to produce 14,000. If the payment is less, if you can figure it out, because in the future, it's probably not going to, I mean, leases aren't going to be as affected because I do believe my theory is solar is going to be an all lease market. Because with this new bill, the disincentivized most people getting loans, at least in Florida. I think, yeah, Florida is going to be all lease. Thank God I don't only work in Florida, so you don't have to worry about me. I'm born in California. That's where the solar is at. That's where the rates are like 80 cents. And Duke, you guys are paying like I think like around 19 and a half cents, which is pretty high because some people are paying like OUC are paying 14 cents. FPNL, Florida Empire and Light 14 cents. Duke and Tico are the highest. So let me see. I didn't even open your thing, but basically is this. Duke shows 14,000. If your system produces per year 14,000 kilowatt hours, whatever that payment is, right? Remember when I told you about the average, your average payment, how to calculate that? Okay, let me see. Hold on.
Yeah, I remember.
Let me see what it is. It was what was your bill again? What was the rate that we calculated? It was like 19 and a half cents, correct? Did you do that math? Like you
Yeah, I think you said 19. You calculated an average of I think 250 per month.
Yes, because I'm trying to open up your bill here.
The last bill was like 360, I think.
Okay. All right. Well, let's just say this 360, and then do you have the bill with you right now? Because I'm trying to find it. I probably can find it.
Yeah, I can find it.
Yeah, I got. Let's see who finds it first. I enjoy doing this too much, sir. Sorry, this is what I do. This is what I do. Okay.
Yeah.
Where is the? I think it's. I think I sent it in the documents. Yeah, docs. Probably this one. Okay, found it. Luis Marquez. Yeah, so so for August 18th, which is basically from July 17th to August 18th. So yeah, the total was 362.31. If you want to do this in a calculator, just do it with me in a calculator. This is you're gonna like this. Trust me, I promise you, you're gonna like this. This is fun. So let me pull up my calculator. This is the proof in the pudding. And then anyone else is like, oh, I'm still reluctant in solar. And then you can tell, okay, well, have fun, losing, I don't know, $10,000, $20,000 of money when you could have gotten solar today, because the technology is not going to really change that much relative to modular efficiency, because, well, the breakthrough was recently with the monocrystalline panels. So unless aliens come or Jesus comes back, I mean, I don't see anything else replacing a more reliable and cheaper source of energy. Plus, solar access is one of the most consistent forms of energy, and a lot of people have roofs with nothing besides the roof. But okay, calculator 362.31, right? That was the bill. Let me think. Yeah, 362.31, right? That was the August statement. You divide that by, you see here, current month 1862. Do you see that on your bill?
Yeah, the kilowatt hours.
Yeah, hold on. Yes, and I'm gonna see if I can. I mean, you got the, yeah. I mean, I was just gonna screenshot and send it to you, but you probably have the bill in front of you. Well, I screenshot it to you, but okay. So yeah, do you see that? Yeah, for current month 1862.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. And then so you divide that 362.31 by 1862, and then you're gonna get 19.4, right? So rounding it to 19.5 cents. You see that?
Yep.
So this is the way you prove people, because nobody cares this besides proof. You get so this, now you multiply this by the 12-month usage, correct? So you can look at the yearly cost based on your average bill of what you guys have been consuming in the last 12 months. So assuming that you guys don't have any major changes in energy consumption, and I don't think you guys will, right? Unless you're going to change the HVAC or get electric cars, right? Assuming it's what you guys are currently consuming per year. Then you multiply 14,104, right? By 1945 or 19, and then that gets you what, 2744 a year, right? 2744, $2,744 is what you pay Duke per year. So how do you find out the average? The 12 months is you divide it by 12.
273.
I got 228. I got less, man. You got 273?
Yeah.
How'd you get 270?
But multiply 14,000 by 19 cents and 19.5 cents.
Oh, that's why, because I was looking at the exact amount, which is, if you get the calculator, you put 362.31 cents divided by the current month 1862. That will give you, it's precisely 1945, right? So 1945 cents. Then you multiply that by 14,104. And then that will get you, that 2744 divided by 12, 228. So that's the truth. That's how much your current average with Duke really is. So the 0% escalator is what, 161, right? It's in the contract. There's no catches. There's no hidden fees and charges. Everything is covered. The maintenance, parts, labor, roof penetrate, everything. It's a lease. So let's say if you go with the 161, 0% escalator, which means it doesn't go up anymore, right? Plus $30, that's Duke. Well, now it's your, with the solar, and it's going to produce, it says in the proposal, a little bit more than what you're currently consuming, right? So 14,347 kilowatt hours is what the solar will produce a year. Well, there you go. Instead of paying 228, you're paying 191, correct? Yeah. So you're saving. The proof is in the pudding, because if the system underperforms, they replace panels, they increase panels. If there's any defunct, that's straight from the manufacturer's warranties. You're already saving in year one, $37.69. But here's the thing. Duke is going to go up by the end of the year, and then 2026, and then 20. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to keep increasing. This stays the same. So that's why it's a no-brainer. Now, what a lot of people get screwed, and that's why I love solar so much, is because there are shady solar companies who do not give this information to homeowners. And I see it all the time. How does this happen? Oh yeah, they give yeah. So the Duke bill is like just like yours, right? 14,000. But instead of giving you a 9 kilowatt system, they're giving like a 7 kilowatt system, or maybe they don't have a good roof, which means the solar axis, the irradiance is lower because they only have like a north facing roof, right? But they're saying, hey, this system of 9 kilowatts will be enough, and it doesn't, and it only produces 10,000. So they're off by 4,000 a year in production needed, right, to truly have that minimum bill. That's how people get screwed. Very simple. Is solar companies are lying about the production. They're lying about the facts and figures. They don't. A lot of people also get scammed with the tax credit because a lot of companies, like, this isn't for leases, by the way, but if you're getting like a loan or cash, they'll say like, yeah, it's, the Donald Trump is going to write you a check because you went solar. And it's a lie, because it's not writing you a check. It's only if you have tax liabilities. And some people, they don't have tax liabilities, so they don't get the tax credit. So most lenders, they usually amortize and make a lower monthly payment in the first 18 months. And then it goes up $80. Like, oh, what the hell happened? It's like, oh, I thought I was getting a check. And no, it's only based if you actually have tax liabilities, right? So things of that nature. That's why, which I'm kind of happy about. It gives me more time to, make a bigger name for myself, because I'm going to stick around. But gives me more time and to also help people, educating them on this sort of stuff. So I'm happy. I'm happy that on the positive note, a lot of shady people are scamming people, because it slows down the market just enough for me to have my purpose fulfilled of telling what I'm telling you today in the masses. Create social media and start running ads. But anyways, man, that's how I look. That's how I look in what I do. But yeah, man, that's it. End of the day, Duke is pretty straightforward. For your peace of mind, everything that I'm saying here, I can always do like a confirmation via email. But yeah, it's very simple. Duke is net metering dollar for dollar. You have 14,104 kilowatt hours per year usage. This system is going to produce a little bit more than that, 14,347. If you go with the 0%, 161 plus $30 a minimum Duke is 191. And your current average based on your rate is 228. So year one, you're saving $37. But next year, let's assume it only goes up 10%. And if you've been living in the house 5 years ago, you can show this to your wife. Get a Duke bill from like 2020 or 2019 or something, right? And then do the same calculation that we found out how much they were charging per kilowatt hour. And you're literally going to see like it was like 7-8 cents. You're literally going to see that like, oh crap, it went up 100% in 5 years. Some went up a little bit higher than 100%. Some went like 100. It depends on the county, the location, jurisdiction, and Duke. But does that make sense? So like let's cut that in half, because I don't think they're going to slow down. You got the White House with the data AI centers, and cost of energy is going to go up because the grids are getting overloaded and they're old grids. I'm giving you some sales spiel, I'm giving you some data right now. Like, no, shit's going to hit the global energy crisis, whatever. Price of oil over 70. Duke Energy, over 70% of all of the energy production comes from fossil fuel. The price of the oil barrel went up 500% just in 2022 alone. And it's a finite resource source of energy. Just talking about the facts here, like, they don't have expenditure, they don't have resources available to become fully sustainable. And even when they become fully sustainable, they're still going to raise their rates because they're a business. Even if they replace all of their fossil fuel energy sources into renewable energy, they're still going to want to make a profit because they have employees, there's inflation, there's it's a regulated monopoly. So let's just say that your bill only goes up 10%. So if you're paying 228, 10% is next year is going in the next 12 months is going to be an extra $22. It's going to go to let's say, yeah, 250 a month, right? Average. And then after that, 275 in 2 years. And then after that, it's going to be like 320. And then after that, it's going to be like 360. In 5 years, assuming that it's only going to increase half of what it has been historically in the last 5 years, let's say 50%. Now your same exact bill with the same amount of energy is going to cost whatever half of 228 is, 100. So 300 and let's say $350. But if you go solar today on a 0%, it's 161 plus 30. You're still going to pay the 190. The problem is people get scammed, my friend. So I hope this information helped you, man. I'm one of the trainers for training purpose, educational purpose in solar. I have like a channel, Solrfy. So I'm always giving out content. I never share private information on these calls. But that's all. I hope I helped you, and I hope that you go solar.
Definitely.
All right. Well, I hope it helped you. I hope you go solar, regardless. I don't care who. If you go with me, I'll be happy. But if you want, I can also talk to your wife, and then I don't know, because I know you have to sell this now. Because I don't know if the wife is with you right now, but you're gonna have to sell her on this because all her friends are saying solar's a scam.
No, not really. No, they're not saying that. They're just saying that they were a little bit disappointed that things didn't work out.
Okay.
And they also say that I think one of them tried to sell their property, and they said that tried to transfer the title they found.
Okay. Yep. So let me tell you about those two. And that's why I love talking and having these calls, man. It's a lot of fun. I'm also I'm not active right now, but I practice real estate in Florida, and I have until September 30th to renew my license, or I lose it forever. My real estate license in Florida. So, and it's so funny how misinformed and people interpret wrongly. But two things: if you sell the property, and you get a solar company or a sales rep who gives you the wrong loan, you can get screwed. Why? Because there's loans out there where it's like, okay, back in 2022, 2021, you had a plethora of large nationwide companies scamming people way more expensive than what they should be charging. And that was because, remember when the interest rates were so low in 2021, and then it started peaking, started increasing from the lows in when was it? I think it was like second semester of 2022. Remember, it started just skyrocketing. So everyone who's got the loans, who got their mortgages, they're pretty happy. The ones who got it later, they're not so happy, right? Because the interest rates nearly doubled in a short period of time. So a lot of solar companies are just making a crap ton of money. And so there's some people that unfortunately and the sales rep, they never asked these questions, but there were some people that are like, hey, we can get you a 2.99 or a 3.99 loan for this monthly payment. But they never asked the question, do you plan on selling the house, or is this your stay forever home, or you plan on keeping it? It's very important. They were just selling the low APR because it sounded good. The problem with the low APR loans is that there's a dealer fee. So the lower the interest rate, the lower the APR, the higher the dealer fee that the lender charges for that loan, for that solar loan. You follow? So what was happening is, let's say a solar loan cash was, just an example, $30,000. If there's a 35% dealer fee on a $30,000 cash price, that's what, $12,000 more. Let's just say it's $12,000 more. So now the same loan is $42,000, but this is just an example for you to understand. Oh, I want to sell the property. Guess what? You only have two options when you're selling a property with a solar loan. One, you transfer the loan. Guess what? Most realtors representing the buyer, they don't want to transfer. They don't want the buyer to assume the loan because it can affect their debt to income. Therefore, they can potentially lose the pre-approval on their mortgage, right? So it's very messy. Most people don't want to assume solar loans because most people finance homes. Most people get mortgages. The second option is you pay it off on the title with closing, right? It's like, let's just take it off the equity. And some people got screwed because not only the system was undersized, they also got these super low interest rates, and it inflated the solar loan in some cases. Like some people got like $100,000, $150,000 solar loans with a bunch of batteries and a massive, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, well, nobody wants to assume, the buyer doesn't want to assume the loan. The realtor representing the buyer doesn't want them to transfer or assume the loan. What other option is there? Is, well, you got to take off the equity of your home and pay off the system in closing, so it's fully paid. The problem to that is a lot of people got overpriced, and the fact of the matter is you got a low interest rate, you got screwed because you paid unnecessarily high dealer fees. What they should have done is asked, hey, do you plan on, you want a loan because you get the tax credit? Good. Okay, I recommend a higher interest rate, same as cash, because then, you know what I'm saying, the principal wouldn't be impacted. So when they sell the property and it's a loan and they already got the tax credit for solar, they can be like, okay, I can increase the value of the home. And obviously there's a limit, because one thing is selling your home for an amount, the other thing is the appraised value, right? The appraiser is going to determine with the mortgage company how much, right, how much you can get approved for the value of the home. Appraisers, they do consider the value of the solar panel, but there's a limit. But do you see what I'm saying? So like what they should have done, and a lot of people were unprofessional, they should have gotten a high APR, because they would have paid off and they would have made a profit on the solar system, because the solar system would have been paid off and they would have made an extra $5,000, in some cases $20,000. But there was a crap ton of really unprofessional people that screwed over a lot of homeowners because they weren't able to qualify the homeowner appropriately. Now, having said that, that's why leases are really good. Because leases, they don't affect the DTI. So if you sell the property, if you got a loan and it was a high loan amount, low interest rate, which means high dealer fee, therefore increase the principal, yeah, you could have gotten screwed. Because if you can't find a buyer who is willing to transfer the loan balance, right, to the new home owner, to the new buyer, you're going to have to pay it off, and then you're screwed. Leases, they don't have that issue, because leases, different than loans, does not affect your debt to income. That's why a lot of people prefer leases when they say, oh, I don't want to get a loan right now because I want to refinance my house, right? Or I want to get a HELOC or something like that. So that's why a lot of people like leases. But also, what's convenient about solar leases is that the transfer process is very simple. And when you talk to the buyer's agent representing the buyer, if you decide to sell your home, and that's why you got to be professional about these things, a realtor who knows this information will say, hey, well, no issue there. We'll just transfer, because if he got approved for a house, he's going to get approved for the lease. And guess what? The lease will not mess up with your debt to income. So there's no issue. Just transfer the lease. It's, hey, zero, and it's a 0% escalator. It doesn't go up anymore. $161 a month with the Duke $30, $191. Let's say you sell your house in 5 years and you're paying for the same amount of energy, $228. Let's say it's $350. You're going to increase the value, the intangible value of the home, because now you're going to say, hey, you'd be paying $350, but this solar system that's producing the same amount of energy, it's $161 plus $30. It's $190. So you're saving about $150 a month. And you don't have to pay it off, and you can because leases are easy to transfer during the home sale. That's why they're becoming a more popular option.
Is it possible to, let's say things get complicated and you want to cancel the lease? Is that possible?
No. I'm just being the truth. I'm just telling you the truth. Yeah, no, it's not. Leases. So if you look at the agreements with leases, there are options for you to, let's say, buy it out or cancel, but there's a penalty. So it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Having said that, if things go complicated, you have to understand you're not going to be penalized for that. So if your concern is, tell me what your main concern would be. Oh, the system's not producing what it should be, right? What would be your main?
I'm I'm just thinking of what my wife told me that their working companions said that the buyer of the house was complaining that the system that was installed on that property was dated, and they thought that they could get something better, more efficient, and more up to date, and they didn't want to buy it because of the age of the equipment.
Yes. And that's like, okay. So, and that's also, and that is true, but that's another benefit to a lease. Because think about it this way. Leases, they last, they're 25 years. So why are leases interesting? Let's say aliens fly with flying saucers and they, hey, we have a new technology. It's a very nice, efficient form to produce energy. Better than solar. I'm just giving you an example, right? Let's say something crazy happens in the world. Jesus comes back. I don't know. Something happens. It's like, oh, we have some scientist in Germany. Wait, we gotta.
Yeah, I understand. Like, let's say somebody got you a nuclear reactor for your home.
Yeah. Let's say, there you go. Like, hey, man, hey, guess what? Now everyone has nuclear reactor. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that were to happen, if you think about it, everyone who purchased a solar loan got screwed. But this is obviously hypothetical. Nobody knows the future. I'm just giving you ideas here. So why are leases? What if you think about like the benefit of a lease is like, well, end of the day is this. I'm just giving you your example for your system. Your system is, and this is in the contract, it is producing the same amount of energy that you're consuming with Duke. Obviously, if you guys get like 2 Teslas or 2 electric cars, for example, obviously it's, your Duke bill is going to increase because you increased the usage, right? It's not relative to what you guys were consuming. So then you're going to need to get a second lease if you guys want to, does that make sense? Offset the increased usage, right? So if you get an electric vehicle, because that's not accounting for the numbers that we're going over here. The numbers that we're going over here on the mathematical thing is like, okay, well, your average is 228 because you're 14,000, whatever, and your current rate is 19.4 or whatever, right? Your 19.4 whatever cents. That's where we get the, multiply that, divided by 12, 228 a month. So statistically speaking, it doesn't even matter if you increase the usage. It's still going to make financial sense. You have the 25 years, and let's say you go with the 0%, so you don't have to worry about 2.9%. 25 years from now, you have no idea what's going to happen. Let's assume, right, that the world goes crazy. 25 years from now, you don't even know if you're going to be in the property, if the new homeowner with the lease that's going to be, you don't know. But 25 years from now, what's interesting about a lease is this, in my opinion. They give you the option. Like if you look at I don't know how Light Reach works because I worked with a lot of companies in the past. But for example, SunPower, they had in the lease contracts that they had like an estimated fair market appraised value option. So 25 years from now, what they're going to say is, hey, man, these are really old panels. There's no black market for used solar panels. And it's going to, the cost of labor, construction always increases because of, labor and inflation. They have a cost to remove the panels. It's an extra liability. Like, let's say hurricane comes and sweeps and you have to do a claim on your roof and you have to, reach out to Light Reach Lease for them to replace your entire system. That's a liability that you have, right? But 25 years from now, they're going to be like, hey, man, you know what? What do you want to do? Do you want for us to remove the panels? Do you want to buy the panels? Or do you want to extend it for another 10 years? Like they give these options, which makes it very interesting. Because let's assume in 2 different scenarios, the first situation is aliens, they fly with their UFOs and they bring us a new technology, or some scientist from Germany gives us something crazy in a couple of in the next decade or 2, you never know. Suddenly the solar panels are obsolete. You're like, okay, yeah, hey, lease company, you can go ahead and remove these panels from my roof. Thank you. It's been great. I saved a bunch of money, but now I'm going to go with this new technology. Or maybe there's going to be, a new solar system that's way more better, for example. And so you'll have the option. But let's assume in a different situation where that didn't happen. Solar is still the most practical, efficient way to anyways, produce energy in a cost efficient way. And let's assume that your bill, if right now is 228 and it just keeps going up, let's say 10% for 25 years. If you do the math, like your average bill is literally going to be like $2,000, $3,000 a month. Like I know it sounds crazy, but just assuming that it goes up 10%, like if we do this on the, I don't have the time to do this, but you know what I'm saying, right? Like 228, 10%, two sticks in, and then you see what I'm going at, right? Let's assume that in 25 years, you're going to be like, holy crap, man, this energy, I would be paying like $2,500 a month. Yeah, bro, give me an give me an appraisal for that amount, because I'm going to keep these panels and then I can complement it with something else. Maybe if you want to add more panels, a secondary system. But that's what's interesting about leases. It gives you the options. I don't know if I answered your question. I think you asked something about that, but yeah, that's it.
That's definitely. Obviously I'm 61, so I've been observing how prices have been increasing all my life.
Yeah,
I'm fully aware that in 10 years we could be paying 1,000 or 1,500 per month in power.
I see energy is going to be like it's already one of the, if you look about it, it's already one of the highest, in a normal person's budgets. It's one of the highest costs people have is the electricity. So I believe it's going to become, secondary to the mortgage, in some cases more. But it's so that's why I'm in solar, because I believe in it. A lot of people, they
let me ask you something. Yeah. When you ask for permits, do you ask for permits with the county, or do you ask for permits with the utility?
Yeah, the permits they're from the county. So you're in Orlando, Orange County, right? Yeah. So they're pulled in Orange County. Orange County is relatively quick. I had an install done today in this Winter Garden or something, which is also Orange County. So we had it from start to finish in under 3 weeks. And I'll just tell you this much, my friend. Like, I just love what I do. I have hundreds of clients. You can tell I'm not going away from solar. I really believe in the technology, because I think what sold me on solar is just seeing all these happy customers already saving money. And I've been in solar for gonna be almost maybe around 7 years or so, back and forth. Sometimes I go full time, sometimes I go part time, but in solar for that long. And I just love seeing some people, like the reality is the sooner you go solar, the more money you save. Like I guarantee you that's been consistently the case. And the reason to that is because, the utility bills, it's always increasing and never ending. So that's why that's what I say. You can't go wrong with going solar. You can go wrong choosing the wrong solar company who's going to lie to you, who's going to give you some wrong information, is going to promise you something that's not truth, that's not real. That's not going to, how do I say this? Give you written confirmation, overcome objections. Like if we keep it simple, okay, this system is going to produce the same amount that you're consuming. You're with Duke, which means it's net metering. They tried to pass a law to remove net metering in Florida. It was SR 741 and SB 1024. It got vetoed by DeSantis. So that did not go into effect. OUC, Orlando Utility Commission, just be thankful that you're not with them, because unfortunately, although they try to pass it in the state, OUC removed net metering. What does that mean? Is they got screwed, because now everybody needs a battery. Because now, it doesn't make sense throwing the excess energy to the grid. You need to store that excess energy in the battery, which makes it more expensive. Why am I telling you this? Is let's assume that either Duke Energy or the state of Florida decides to pass a law, just like California. I don't know if you're aware, NEM 3.0, 2.0, 3.0. They pass a law to remove net metering. The way that it's written in legislation of these bills and these proposals is as follows: as long as you are installed and PTO'd before this new bill gets enacted, the way it states is you get grandfathered, right, for 25 years, which means you're never going to need a battery because you're grandfathered in the system for dollar net metering. I guess I think that's all I gave you a lot of info, my friend, but yeah, that's that's I hope it helps. I hope it helps. And
Yeah, that's, you have been very educational. I actually have to
yeah,
present this more deeply to my wife.
tell me this, I'll help you out.
She's thinking that we should wait a little bit.
Yeah, I'll help you out. Yeah, you guys take all the time that you need, because anyone who's high pressure is a manipulator. That's what I say. That's in all areas of life. So I'll tell you what were the main questions of your wife, and I'll just send you an email so you can just be easier for you to show her that information, and then you can tell her any other question, any other doubts that you guys have. Send it to my text, and I'll send it to email. And why do I say that? Is because, like I said, construction industry, solar industry in general, there's so many scammers. So how do you protect yourself? Is you make the sales rep or the company give you at least an email stating everything that you're going over. That gives you legal validity. That gives you protection. So tell me what. So the main question for your wife was what was it again? Something about the selling the property.
Well, she said that, let's say, you told me one of the options. Let's say we take the one was 161 payment plus the 30 for
Yeah.
Duke, and she said that some of her friends at work had actually gotten a deal just like that, but instead of paying $30 for Duke, they actually had to pay another $100.
There you go.
For
Yes.
power.
That's exactly. Remember, I told you earlier. You know why that happened? Is because of these pieces of shit sales reps or solar companies that just lying to homeowners' face. The reason why they paid $100 more is because, simply put, the system was undersized, and they lied to them about the production relative to the consumption. That's why every single homeowner needs to do their homework. Duke is easy, but some utility companies, it's not as easy to, it's like a bar graph. You have to do a manual calculation month by month. For example, FPL, you have to log into your FPL account, preferably, and go into a section, view billing and budget history. No, view billing and payment history. And that will give you the exact kilowatt hour usage for the last 12 months. And you have to add all that in. So some utility companies, are harder for you to figure out the exact amounts that you are consuming in energy per year with them. So Duke, no problem, right? You look at your bill, 14,104 12-month usage. It's as clear as day. So why do some people, like your wife's friends at the bank or whatever, were telling you about the situation? Oh, an additional $100. Very simple. Is let's give an example in your case where you're with Duke and it shows in your bill that your 12-month usage is 14,104. They to make it simple, they gave a solar system that produced less than that amount. In other words, let's assume it only produced 10,000, but they said they would only have a $30 bill. So the solar system that they sold them, claiming that it was going to produce what they needed, only was insufficient by around, as an example, 4,000 kilowatt hours. You follow? Yeah. So as an example, let's just do the math right now. Let's assume, I'm just giving you an example. Let's assume that the system that they sold underperformed or produced 4,000 kilowatt hours less than what they were really consuming. So 4,000, and then you look at your current rate of 19.4 something cents, or 19, I think it was like 19.45 or something. $778 divided by 12. Just in this scenario, it's an extra $64 plus the $30. There you go. So instead of paying the 30, they're paying $94.83 because the solar system that they promised, right, only did 10 when they needed 14,000 kilowatt hours per year. That's why. Yeah. I'm gonna send you an email with that, and I'm gonna have to create an ebook one day and share these objections of people getting screwed and how to understand what's going on. But I mean, just telling this sucks to be them. And if you guys got screwed installed, just tell them to talk to me, and then I'll give them referrals so they can help their people with the right company. But that's it, man. Did that make sense? And then what else? Tell me. I'm I'm gonna send this email for you.
Well, this is a question that I had myself because maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I actually applied for a job at a solar company.
Okay. Hey, if you want to work with us, man, let me know.
Well, I'm basically retired right now, but
you're 61. You're probably just like you're just having fun with life, probably. But you know.
Yeah, pretty much. But this guy said that the highest amount of production that it could have is 12,000 kilowatt hours because of insurance. Apparently, there is some limit where you actually have to jump from regular insurance, let's say $500,000 for a regular house, to you have to jump into insurance for $1 million.
Yes.
Something like that.
Yes, and before I continue, I also think 61 years old is pretty young, man. But you know, if you're good, you're good, man. I you know, I know a lot of people. 61 years is still a baby, man. With if you take care of yourself, obviously. I don't know if you. But
well, thanks for that.
Yeah, no, yeah. I'm not trying to flatter you. I'm just saying I believe 61 isn't okay. Anyways, let me see. So 161. Some friends, that other thing, and then your question was about the extra insurance. I'm writing this down so I can send this so you can show to your wife. Extra insurance relative to the 1 million policy. Yeah. So what that is state of Florida, which is funny because Florida is one of the few states, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's the only state, but maybe there's a couple of other states that require this. But what they're talking about is this 1 million personal liability is in Florida. The utility company requires for any, they call it a tier 2, which is kind of, it was proven to be like a misconception. It doesn't make any sense. I'll explain to you why, but essentially they're saying any solar system residential above 11.76 kilowatts DC is considered a tier 2 solar system, and any solar system above 11.76 kilowatts DC, they require you to have in your policy, either with your insurance company or via an umbrella policy, right? Like a third party, like an external policy, and you can get it with the car or State Farm or whatever to complete it to 1 million. So let's say your homeowner's insurance has 100,000 or 300,000 or whatever the case is currently for personal liability. You either call the company, the insurance company, or you get something additional like an umbrella policy. So if you have 300,000, you get an additional one for 700,000. So it equates total 1 million. The funny thing about that is, if you look at what it means, they were asked, why do you require this policy if other states, they don't require this? And the answer, because it increases potential risks to the electrical grid. And so they were okay, what are the potential risks, and dangers to the grid, the electrical grids? Like, we can't disclose, we're currently unaware of them. It's bullshit. Like no other state, like Florida's that requires this insurance. In your case, you don't have to worry about that because you don't need a system larger than that. Just to explain.
Yeah.
But just to complete,
he was actually saying that he was recommending that everybody would take the max just to be sure, and
no,
and leave it at that.
Yeah. So I mean,
like 11,000, and that's it.
Yeah, like 11, just below the tier 2, right? So recommending to go up to 11.7. Yep. So there, and that's another option, because let's assume you guys do plan on in the future getting an electric vehicle. If you guys think that is a necessity, then yeah, you could increase. It's not going to make a big difference because you're already at 9, but you could put it in 11.6 and you still wouldn't have to pay that insurance. And the reason why it's kind of scammy is because if you look at the personal liability, that doesn't cover like structural damages. Personal liability is like if somebody slips and falls on your property, right? Or somebody defames you, or you call somebody, hey, go fuck yourself or something. Like, that's personal liability. Like, that's why people who have Airbnbs or rentals, it's good to have a high personal liability. So if the tenant sues you, you have that insurance to cover, if that makes sense. But it doesn't make sense for solar systems, because if it made sense, they wouldn't be requiring personal liability increase. They would be requiring dwelling unit coverage increase, because that is what has to do with structural damages. if you look at your declarations page in your homeowner's insurance. Anyways, um, oh yeah, but the company they can get electrocuted. Yeah, well, the utility company, they already have insurance for their employees. So why would the homeowner have to? Anyways, that's. I hope that answers your questions about that. But yeah, in Florida, you are required just below 11.7. You're good to go. If you do plan on increasing your usage, like if you feel like you're going to need more energy, you could slap on a couple more panels. So then you don't have to, oh, you call me, oh, I want 4 more panels. Like you don't have to worry about it. But if you feel like you don't see the need relative to how you're living currently and energy needs, then this system is good to go. Relative to your current consumption with Duke.
So
So
what happens is
yeah.
they say that actually does happen. I have the 9,000. I want to go up to 11.7.
Yes.
What do you do about that? Do you have to call the company and say that I want to slap
Yeah.
three
Yes.
more panels up there?
Yes. Yes.
Panels?
Yes. So let's say you bought an electric vehicle. Okay, now I need 6 more panels to cover, 8 more panels to cover the EV, right? Oh, because we purchase in the future another EV. Then what you would do is get a secondary lease. Same system, same how it works. You just have to go through the hassle of getting an additional permit and go through the entire process again. So if you understand the analogy that the payments, right, is compared. So the lease payment plus a $30 Duke is compared. It's relative to a system size, a solar system that was sized appropriately relative to your 12-month consumption. Then it's already checking out. It's the math is mathing. You're already saving, in this case, like we said, in year one, $37, and it's going to keep increasing. If you say, hey, I want an EV, then same concept applies. You would just get a secondary lease. So the question I ask you that will definitely help you out is, first of all, what's the age of the property, like the build of the house, like when it was built?
It was built on 2006, so it's 19 years old.
Okay, that's very important. Is the HVAC relatively? Do you know the age of the HVAC?
It's 30-1, so we have to replace it pretty soon.
So it's more than 10 years?
It's 19 years old.
Okay. So this is what's interesting. You guys really don't consume a lot of energy based on the average, because when you replace the HVAC, and you can compare like 10, 15, 19-year-old HVAC system with the manufacturer's warranties with the new one, and you're going to see they're at least anywhere from 20 to 40% more efficient. And you can also go to energy.gov. I can send you this article if you want. But energy.gov also states the same thing. They're just replacing anything more than 10 years old HVAC to a new one. You're going to see a total energy consumption efficiency, like reduction to, like, being conservative, 20%. So if you get an EV, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, once you replace the HVAC, you're going to have excess energy, if that makes sense. Yeah. And then I don't know what else.
Also, I've been seeing, because of the age of my HVAC, I have been looking at prices for that, and I see that the SEER, the number they give you for efficiency.
Yeah.
I think I got a 14 SEER, and I will have to replace it with a 15 SEER, which is not that much of a change.
Okay.
In efficiency.
Yeah, it's not necessarily just the SEER. It's also relative to the age, of like the age of the HVAC. So it can be for example, it can be the same SEER as what you currently have, right? The 19-year-old HVAC. So it can be, what is yours? 15 or 14? 14?
The what?
The SEER
of the HVAC? Oh, the fear is 14. Yeah,
Okay, so 14. If
14.
yeah, and yours is like 19 years old, right?
It is 19 years old. Yeah.
So if you look at a 19-year-old HVAC 14 SEER with like a 2025 model, and you compare how much more efficient, same SEER, it's at least 20, 30, maybe 40%. And the number one energy culprit for your home is it's the HVAC. So yeah, you're gonna see a pretty good reduction relative to your consumption. So I honestly think, yeah, I believe very strongly, unless you guys decide to mine Bitcoin or buy like start renting EV cars, you're good to go because you're gonna replace the HVAC, and it's 19 years old. So that's gonna be like being conservative. That's gonna be at least 20% total energy consumption reduction because 19 years old, it makes a very big difference. Very big difference. And we can also help you with the HVAC. Maybe we can bundle something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll see. When do you think about replacing the HVAC?
Yeah. Well, we've been thinking about it pretty soon, I think. Maybe by next year. Although it's working perfectly. So
okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's working good, but it is making you lose money because it consumes a lot more energy. That's the main point.
Well, we actually were thinking of replacing it because of the tariff and Trump is setting up.
Yeah, freaking tyrant, man. I don't know what to tell you, man. I hope he doesn't blow up the U.S. with the whole, geopolitical.
Yeah, that man's crazy for sure.
I try to keep it neutral, my friend. I try not to talk about politics, but it is kind of crazy. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
I agree with you. It's completely crazy.
It is what it is. Yeah, there's a lot of things. I mean, I have a lot of immigrant friends. They got deported. They're very hardworking, great people. They should not have been deported. So I have a little grudge with that. And obviously the whole, I don't know why he passed this bill to destroy solar loans and cash. Now it's going to be solar leases moving forward 2026. But it is what it is. Yeah. So, yeah.
I think he loves global warming.
Yeah, I mean, petroleum buddies. Yeah, his friend from the petrol dollar. Yeah, that's what he. I mean, it's pretty evident that's what he's doing. And like that's the thing. The utility companies, the majority of the energy production comes from fossil fuel energy. So if you think about it, the attack on solar is actually to help his petroleum buddies. That's really what I mean. The Rockefellers and whoever controls the oil in the U.S. and private companies. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I've been watching the news. I think that guy is completely nuts.
Yeah, he is kind of interesting. But anyways, yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
What are you going to do, right?
Get rid of it.
You're going to laugh. You're going to cry. End of the day, let's just live our lives. Let's see what we can do moving forward, man. But it is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah.
So you guys do sell HVAC also?
Yeah, we got HVACs. We do it. I mean, my focus mainly, like the company, is solar, roof, and air conditioner, and windows, and I try to stay focused in these four things. Insulation, spray foam, that also helps a lot. Yeah, we do like fiberglass, all that. So it's we do all of those. Anything that has to do with energy efficiency, kind of tied to solar. I mean, if you look at roofs are tied because a lot of cases the roof is has to be replaced. So so it's solar, roof, for HVAC, water heaters, pool pumps, and anything insulation, windows. Like those are the main things that we focus on, essentially. And then
so basically everything efficiency.
Everything efficiency, yeah, I would say that's the main.
Okay.
Yeah, I have I gotta renew my real estate license, but I'm just gonna renew it just so I can say I'm a real estate agent, just so I can sound important, more important. I'm a real estate agent.
But you can always do that part time, actually.
Yeah.
On the weekends.
Yeah.
I'm tied up with everything else you do, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's just to say I'm a real estate. It gives me some authority, so I can, like, for example, like when you talk about these solar loans, like that question you asked about what happens when you have to sell the property. I mean, the experience that I have, it kind of helps, right? Because I've seen it, I've done the process, I know how it works with the solar homes being sold. So that's I guess it helps, whatever. But yeah, maybe part time. I got the license for fun, to be honest with you. But yeah, it's nice. It's all right.
There is a lot of money in that, so that's for sure.
Hey man, yeah, we get a nice luxury referral home, man. You never know. It's like, hey, you just have to tell people I'm also a realtor if you know somebody. It's like, here's my card. You never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
there you
So
go.
once you start listing a couple of homes, you start making money.
Yeah, man. It's I mean the Association of Realtors, I don't know if you heard, there's like a lawsuit that they a lot of real estate agents, they didn't renew their license because the market got a little tougher for realtors. Like now you have to make every time you're showing a property to a buyer, you have to make the buyer, the home buyer sign like a specific agreement per property, because now the seller of the home is not entitled to give a commission to the buyer's agent, only the listing agent. Kind of crazy, but yeah. So but I don't care. It's not my main focus anyways. But I just think it's so funny. Like same thing with solar. If you think about it, I know a lot of people that already left solar. They're like, screw solar. I'm going to sell life insurance. I'm like, okay, but if you're in for the money, you're just gonna go, jumping tree to tree and see the next thing. I mean, you gotta like love what you do, believe in what you do. So, but yeah, solar. I mean, I don't know if you heard, but a lot of solar companies already went out of business. Large companies. It's not looking good as a whole because of all these, the legislation, the Big Beautiful Bill Act, the interest rates increasing also had a pretty strong hit for solar. But it's still a great thing. It's if you look at, like, as long as you're treated right with the professional who's giving you facts about your solar and proves that it will make sense, like what we're talking here today, it's a no-brainer, because solar is fixed and then the energy is always increasing and and never ending. And so that's also what I believe another benefit to a lease, because when you get a loan or cash, if the solar installer goes out of business, the homeowner is screwed, because no one will be there to enforce the warranties, right? Like, oh, the system stopped working. Like, if the solar company goes out of business, who's gonna be there to, like, to warrant the panel? So that's why when homeowners get cash or solar loans, what we recommend is get additional insurance that we include. It's called Solar Insure. So it's backed by a large insurance company. So if the solar company goes out of business, you'll still have additional backing that, they will be covered. But leases, another benefit, man. The solar installer can go out of business, but these lease companies are very large companies, and even if they default, like, they have capital partners, like big banks are backing them. So you're not going to be screwed with leases. Um, so yeah, it's gonna be an all lease market. Solar, solar lease, that's for sure. I mean, I don't see any more incentive for um owning solar after all this. But yeah, man, I gotta jump on a call soon. I have an appointment here, 7:30. I'm gonna send you the email. Let me see. You mentioned something about the HVAC. Any other questions before I let you go? Hold on. I think I have an
No, that's it. I think you covered everything. You've been very informative.
Hey, man, that's good.
I can.
And I just hope that you share the professionalism to other people when you eventually go solar, so I can help other people. So I'll send you the email, and I'm gonna jump on this call, and then yeah, just share it to your wife, and see what she says, man. Good luck.
Okay, I will.
All right, Louis. All right, Louis. Great speaking to you, sir. Awesome. I mean, I'm telling you, Louis. Usually I take 5-10 minutes for these calls. We've been here for an hour, so I had some special care for you here, man. I just I get excited because, like, You're like one of those clients, like all of the main objections, like, oh, this is fun. I don't know why I enjoyed this so much, but it is what it is. So I'll send you the email, and then you can follow up with your wife, and then we'll go from there. And yeah,
thank you so much.
wish
I
you a
really
great night.
appreciate it.
Yep. Yes, sir. Take care.
Okay,
All right. See ya.
take care.
Bye. All right. So that was fun. Completely forgot to say like and subscribe. This is for educational purposes. Educational purposes. These lives are going to get better by the day. That's all I can say. Why? We're going to put music. We're going to put effects. Solrfy. If you are in solar sales, if you're a homeowner considering solar, if you want to refer people solar, reach out to Solrfy. And our purpose here is to educate both sales professionals, companies, and homeowners about the nitty and gritty, the good, bad, and ugly about the solar industry. So this is for training and educational purposes. We're always blocking out private information to not expose any homeowners, obviously, or clients or anyone else. So yeah. And I actually completely forgot to reset the page here, but this is what we're going to do. Okay. I'm gonna follow me on Instagram as well. We have a Solrfy. It's Solrfy without the A, right? That's what it is. And yeah, it's a brand new Instagram. We got 50 followers. Follow Solrfy on Instagram. We got to make at least 1,000 over here. And also follow my my personal page. You got more followers over here. Follow me. It's we got more followers over there, but it's more mindset, health, sales, stuff like that. Anyways, Instagram, merge, and then follow each other, share this YouTube channel, help it grow, hit that like button, comment what you think. And and also if you're on the purpose on sharing the calling of decentralizing energy and giving people better a better alternative to dirty fossil fuel energy or renting energy that's always increasing and never ending from the utility companies. And even if they get a lease, but they're renting at a much better rate and much more controlled, and because the panels are on your house and it's not some third party owned, then there you go. Get on this call with us. If you're in solar sales, pick up the phone, start dialing. You could just stay live here. Just remove the audio when you're making the calls, and then when you stop making the calls, and then you can tune back in. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. That's all I gotta say. So, and one of the goals that I have is 50,000. I mean, this is August 21st. I mean, I'm a little slow nowadays on the whole dial registry. I know August 19th. I think I did a few more calls. I'm gonna put this on my Instagram. I want to just double check real quick. It's gonna be so awesome when. Okay, yeah, actually. Oh, okay, not a big difference. 13 calls is what I made for August 19th. I mean, we're in August 21. These are rookie numbers, man. I gotta feel bad for doing. I can't feel bad because I had a bunch of other stuff that I had to resolve. It is what it is. But hey, yeah. So follow me on if Instagram, Eric Brickus. If you feel like. If you feel like doing so, that's fine. It's gonna be fun. This is gonna be the music for live. Зачитает расправа в синей форме арава и железные оковы, да на руки рукав. Терпей, бойна голова, да терпей, бойна голова. Пряник голову, судьба контактировала. Мягкий слева чай халва, да терпей, бойна голова. Да наломала контрава, бойна голова. Заварила All right, so I still got some time to make calls. I'm gonna make as many calls as I can, and hope that I'm inspiring you here to change your life. Selling is one of the best things to change your life, but most importantly, selling the right product and service. That's all I can say. If you're screwing people over, if you're ripping people off, shame on you, or shame on the person training you to do so. That's not how you win in life. You win in life by changing people's lives, by making a difference, by having a positive impact. So, yeah. And we got how many subscribers? We got like 76 subscribers, man, I believe, the Solrfy channel. So if you're watching this, yeah, please subscribe and share. This is for education and training for both homeowners and sales professionals. That'd be great. So today is August 21st. I know I made some calls yesterday. I'm not going to. It's fine. August. I don't know how many calls I did. Like what? I did like maybe 10 calls, but today is August 21st. That was my first call. Great guy. And let's look at the CRM and level the playing field, homie. That's all I gotta say. Look at that. It's looking good, bro. Boom. All right, so today's August 21st. I'm just, you know what? I'm just gonna do 20 dials. I'll be happy with 20 dials. I got an hour to do 20. I can do it. August 21st. So that was the first one. And then I also spoke to some other clients earlier. So that's there. It was Dawn. That's fine. That was fun. Let me look at my call registry. Got David. So yeah, I'm actually already at the 6th call. Looking at my call log. 6 calls. That's fun. 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 5. $6, baby. Let's get it. All right. Let's get it going. So let's get back on track here. Been falling most of the time. Find a new heart, find a new life. I hear him calling for me in the night. Give me a new heart. 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 Broken and scarred, burned by the fire. I couldn't ignore it, I needed the light. A brand new start, you by my side. All right, here we go. How's it going? Robbie, they asked me to give you a call. You spoke to one of the canvassers for solar. Just want to know if you're still interested in it. I believe you scheduled an appointment, but yeah, they're asking me to reach out to you, sir. Rick, wishing you a great day. Yeah, it's in Orlando area. There you go. So yeah, if you get this voicemail, just feel free to reach out. I'll shoot you a text as well. Thank you. I felt a little off because these leads here, my boy. Let me tell you something about these leads. These leads are random. I'm gonna shoot him a text, or I don't. You know why I thought weird is because I don't know if Robbie's a girl or a guy, but I mean, I think that's why I actually felt weird. So what do we do here? We're gonna update on the notes. 2 dials, no answer. You know what? I just feel like this is a complete dud. So what am I gonna do? Am I gonna waste my dialing time on this person? I mean, I already called him a couple of times. I already sent him text. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna do that. So I'm just gonna put nurture. Because I got the email. They're gonna get nurtured. By the way, if you want an awesome CRM for your business to keep track of your clients, automate email, SMS, broadcasts, automations, workflows, web pages, AI stuff. Yeah, Go High Level is pretty awesome. I'm going to leave my affiliate link in the description down below. And yeah, it's really good. Let me see. The next lead, Benjamin. First, I want to go through the follow-ups. That's what I'm gonna. Okay, this stage around like. Yeah, we gotta get to the. We gotta get to the. Yeah, let me add here to a video. They're still asking for the. And some. Yeah, it doesn't show kilowatt hour specifically, but let's add him to the CRM. We have to remember that it's very important to add to the CRM. That's all I can say. So let's see. Okay. Somebody sent me a text, but we'll figure out. Yeah, this follow-up stuff, I think what's going to be cooler is if I actually just make the calls. You know what I'm going to do, guys? I'm going to focus on... Yeah, I'm just going to focus on like the normal... Okay, I got the email. All right, let's dial, baby.
Please leave your message for 7873097.
Okay. Just so I can say I have the dial. 7. Yeah, and then...
Please leave your message for...
Okay. What? Did I yeah, it's Okay. Send a quote. Send proposal. Yeah, actually, guys, I have too many proposals to send. So I'm actually going to wrap it up for today. Or not. Is this, am I creating, I did say I was going to do 20 calls. So kind of don't feel like it, but I'm going to have to. Yeah. Okay, I got that. I'm just going to have a little bit of fun here. Hold on. Let me go to... Let me see. Let me close this guy there. Yeah, let me go through that list. Okay, he asked me to follow up in a couple of months. There you go. But he was contacted. So let me see the notes on this guy. Okay, let me call this guy. Today is, okay, so 8. I don't know, man. Lewis. Doll is a doll, baby. So I'm gonna put it on the notes here. Keep it simple, man. Let me see the opportunity details. Yeah, I'm putting in nurture. I got that guy to create a quote. That's my lead influx is. Yes. Okay. He wants solar cleanup. I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna call my homie. What the? Shit, well, ball. Okay, so let me see. Ah, man. You know, I'm gonna call Al. Better call Al. Oh, wait a minute. We already got Al in here, don't we? I guess so. Yeah, where is he though? Let me call Marcio. How many dials are we in? 9. We got 9 dials. I said I was gonna do 20 today, so I better do 20. Yeah. I gotta do 20. Okay. Hey, Marcel. I'm gonna try calling him one more time here. It's 2 dials, baby. I'm at 11 dials. Oh, man. $11. Okay, so 2x answer. Okay. Ooh, I don't remember. I think he went on vacation or something. Let me see this guy. Yeah, that's a good follow up. Ooh. Oh man. And Roy, how you been, sir? I'm doing good. How was Puerto Rico, man? It's good. Puerto Rico's nice. I never been there, but I know it's not. I have a lot of Puerto Rican friends, so they. Well, I'm mostly from Brazil. I don't miss beaches, but I know there's more other stuff like that. But what's funny about Puerto Ricans is they say like it's just like the Brazilian community. Like they either love each other or hate each other. There's no in between. I don't know if that's, I don't know if that's true, but if it is, my thesis is correct. It's it's a new rich thesis. I'm not gonna go into that, but it's yeah, you know what I mean. It's they call it the 80-20 or the oito oitenta, or I don't know an American expression, but that's how the Brazilians say it. You love or you hate them. But anyways, man, yeah, yeah. So nice. And I know that you promised me the quotes. I know that's going to be brutal, but it's going to be fun at the same time. I just have a feel. I have to give you this information. Like we have to complete our relationship here and send you the quote. I know, man. Oh, you're studying like university or something, or you're in law school? Bro, no way. I was thinking about studying law because I hate injustice and I love justice. And well, I don't know if you recommend me. You probably know some good lawyers, man. I really need good lawyers, like good relationships with lawyers. I don't know if you can help me. Yeah, and why are you studying, and what area do you intend on focusing on? Yeah, not a good attorneys in criminal in Florida, right? I need one right now for business litigation. I'm not even exaggerating. I spoke to a dozen lawyers and they all told me to, go F off basically because they want to charge me too much money and I don't want to pay for it because to me they don't want to take my case, man. It's like I don't know, maybe I'm just talking to the wrong lawyers and they're already too rich. They're only focusing on the massive deals or whatever. Yeah. Yeah. Not worth the time. Yeah. Wow. So I guess there's a lot of money in law, though. 'Cause that's what I guess they're all rich in law. Yeah. Yeah. In other words, I've also been on the because I'm Brazilian, bro. Like, so I'm used to like negotiating a contingency, but nobody wants to do it on a contingency, man. They want to they want to charge me all this money. It's like, look, it's a guaranteed case. You can't lose. I mean, yeah, maybe. You think I can also present myself anywhere, like, honestly, because I've been studying a lot of law. I've been watching those funny trial videos and ChatGPT. I mean, I'm getting to a point where I know business litigation, if I'm not mistaken, is 2 years limit in Florida. I gotta get suing, man. Regardless, I gotta sue them because I might just lose my money. What's happening is it's a solar installer. They're owing me a lot of money. They didn't pay me on commission because they're crazy. That's very simple. And I have all the contracts, I have everything. Like there's no way to, avoid them not paying me. Like, and they don't want to pay. Yeah. And nobody wants to take the case. And everyone wants to charge me all this money. And I don't know. I'm like, man, maybe why? I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing though. The company, they know, I mean, it's been well known. They're about to go out of business, man. So it's like I'm worried that like, I just sue them in time. Yeah. Oh shit. You Yeah. Oh man. So I mean, do you think I should? It's a lot of money, man. I mean, I'm not like that bougie to be like, yeah, it's only 50 something thousand dollars. It's a lot of money, man. It really messed me up, man. Yeah. It did. Yeah. Yeah, I get your. Yeah. I mean, if you were in my shoes, would you be like, "Hey, man, good luck and go to the circuit"? I forgot what it's called, the court system, and be like, "Hey, I want to represent myself. Better than nothing, right?" Because I mean, honestly, yeah. So you can self-represent yourself, right? Yeah. Would you recommend that for me in this case? Just since I just represent myself. I mean, since nobody wants to take my case, better than nothing, right? Yeah. Yeah. because I have to file the fees, right? There's fees, like court fees. Yeah, it's small. It's small claims. Yeah. Okay, what I've heard is I can separate per um, project. I don't have to bundle everything. I can do per project. You know what I'm saying? I can. That's why these companies do what they do because they know how difficult it is, right, to actually go to court. That's why they don't care. Like, oh yeah, good luck. You know, good luck suing us. Wow, wow. Like solar companies. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty it's a pretty crazy I mean, for Florida, you're gonna see a lot of more bankruptcies from solar because I mean the bill it's not good and Florida is a low cost energy market. I mean, so Florida, the state of Florida, yeah, man, it's not I mean it's gonna become an all lease market. I don't think that's I think it's just gonna shift. By the way, are you getting a lease or a loan? Do you know? Like decide that? Yeah, that's what I was gonna tell you, yeah. Lease, there's no liability because if the solar installer goes out of business, the lease company is going to warrant all that, and then when somebody wants to get a loan or cash, what we do is we give them the solar insure, which is backed by Zurich. It's like a 75 billion AUM, uh, very traditional company. So they give additional 30-year warranties on parts, labor, roof penetration, and in the event the solar installer goes out of business, you have that additional warranty backed by Zurich. But I also believe, yeah, lease is going to be an all lease market because honestly, what happens is the lease company they pay out the installer, whoever's assigned to help them out, and then that's it. If the installer goes out of business, doesn't matter. I mean, they're just gonna pick any other installer that's still in business. So, yeah, I do see a lot of benefits to leases, but on the other hand, it just really depends how you were set up. The most important thing, if you're gonna get cash or a loan, is the backing of the warranty. Is how strong is the company backing those warranties? So, like for example, there's some companies that are backed by yeah. If you do a loan, yeah. Because the company in the business, and most people don't give the solar insure because it's expensive. So they charge like 10 cents per watt. Solar insure is the one I was like the exactly. So and like I'm not going to say the name of the company, but it's a very large company that I know, and they never included solar insure, and I can just tell you they're getting clawbacks from Mosaic, which also went out of business. I don't know if you heard of Mosaic. It's one of the largest solar lenders out there. Yeah, Mosaic. Yeah, that was a tough one. So you see like Sonova, Mosaic, SunPower, like very large lenders, and even yeah, Sonova was a lease company, and you have capital partners that are backing certain lenders, but it's relative. But yeah, I mean, if you didn't get solar insure, for example, and you got a solar loan or cash, you're basically screwed. You have no warranties. I mean, you might be able to get the manufacturer warranties, but who's going to be there to maintenance the panel? That's the most expensive cost. So yeah, leases is really most clients who don't get the tax credit are going to leases. Like if you get the tax credit and you get like a same as cash loan, which I think is smarter, then yeah, I mean, if people aren't offering solar insured, this additional third party owned, additional warranty, then yeah, you're gonna get screwed. A company goes out of business, no more warranty. So Oh man. So like so yeah, right. Yeah. Yes. I would just I don't think I sent you the quote because maybe I did actually. Yeah, I did. I think I did send you the quote, but here, keeping it simple. Yeah, let me check. Hold on 1 second. Let me go over the thing. But keeping it very simple, man. Whatever we need to do to earn your business, it's the same lease company. It's Light Reach. There's not really because I know you're busy in law school, and congratulations on that, my friend. Maybe one day I like I was telling you, I have a lot of passion for law. So yeah, and but it's very busy, man. It's a lot of you probably have some personal stuff. You got some other business, other stuff to do, and then you study. So that's one of the reasons why I'm not studying law school is the main thing is the time. But keeping it very simple, like it's the same lease company, it's Light Reach. You already understand why it's beneficial in your case to get a lease. I'm not going to sell you any. I mean, you already know the facts. End of the day is like price and quality of the equipment because nothing else differs from that. It's a lease. Price of the equipment. Yeah. Yep. Let me see. I'm just gonna say, here is the. Let me see if I got the. Oh, actually, hold on. And you wanted a Tesla Powerwall 3, I believe. I'm not sure. Okay. Uh, let me. Yeah, I think that I'll send this to you right now. Enroy. It's your email, I believe, is Ecozen. That's a pretty cool name. That looks like a sustainability like thing. Ecozen. Really? Let me know if you got it. Yeah, let me know if you got it. And then essentially, what this is, I can give you, yeah, 1 minute. Basically, we have two options. You have the Hyundai's 435 with the Enphase Energy IQ8As, or if you want the Q cells, we can give you for the same price. Q cells for 30 watts, and the same thing. It's white labeled Q cell. It's the IQ8A from Enphase, but it's just white labeled Q cell. But it's the same thing. 8.7 full off. I mean, based on your bill, 111% offset. It's 8.7 kilowatts, 20 panels, and the oh, this is Climate First Bank. This isn't a lease. What lease do you want? 0 or 2.9%? Do you know? Okay, 0% escalator. I'm gonna because this is for a loan. I'm gonna get you that lease today, and then I got your email. I'll just shoot you a text once you receive it. But I'm gonna knock your socks off. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, man. I'll do my best. Sounds good, sir. Have a good night. You as well. Yeah, take care. Bye. All right. So we're still in the scene. I love this guy. I'm gonna have to call my homie real quick. I just okay. Let's see here. I'm gonna call my homeboy. What's going on, homie? What's going on? You ready to close some more deals or what? All right.
All right. Anyone?
Yeah, I did. I've been making some calls, man. I'm at I mean, I'm only gonna do 20 for today. I started late, but I'm making the dials. I got some good follow-ups. Also, this call is being recorded live on YouTube, so I'm gonna refrain from using like last names. I'm just letting you know, bro, because I don't want to put last names, on these calls. I'm gonna text you. It's Enroy, but I'll text you his full name. You already got him a quote.
I know. What is Enroy saying?
Yeah, so Enroy, great guy, and essentially we gave him a quote for a climate first, but he decided to get a lease and he wants the 0%. So he's like, all right, give me your best. I'm like, all right, man, I'm gonna get you the best light reach lease you'll ever see in your life.
All right, Leroy.
It's Enroy, sir. It's Enroy. I love this guy. I love Enroy, man. This guy, I love this guy, man. This guy's great, man. We had a great conversation. Is all I can say. Enroy, love this homie. I can't. I want to say the full, but I can't because it's.
I know.
Yeah, there you go. So let's see what we can do. It's I mean, yeah, 8.7 kilowatts. I told him like, hey man, we can give you for the same price Hyundai's or IQAAs, or if you want the Q cells with the light white label, doesn't matter, man.
What does he want?
He's just a busy guy, so we'll send him it, and then we'll.
Which panel should we use? Which control does he want?
I don't know, man, but he said the most important thing is the monthly payment on the 0% lease and the quality of the panels. So I would ask you this. I'm gonna send him the, you're gonna create that quote. I'm gonna send him the data sheet. What do you think? Hyundai or Q-Cell? Honestly, because on one hand, Hyundai has a slightly higher modular efficiency. Yeah, it's more of a household name.
We're gonna go Q-Cell. Q-Cell.
And that's what I was gonna say. Q-Cell has a better degradation, and probably the whole spiel
you
of.
You could even throw Solrfy on that.
Oh my god, no, don't. So I know Solrfy are sexy because but let's go with Q cells. I'm feeling Q cells.
All right, Q cell. All right, fine, Q cell.
Q cells. Well, it depends though. I mean, what are we thinking here? I mean,
I'm just saying, like, the quality of the panel. Then yeah, I mean, just do it's either got to be the Q cell or the Solrfy because those are at 90% at year 25. So.
90% at year 20. Oh, they're both degradation 90%.
Yeah, let's go with Q-Cell.
Same. I mean, what we got like a better margin or the same shit, or what do you like? What
It's the same price. They're the same price.
Yeah. Man, I just like the whole like Georgia 50K panel a day thing. I like saying that.
All right, Q-Cell. We're gonna go Q-Cell.
All right, Q-Cell 0%. I mean, you got the previous quote, so I think you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
All right, my brother. Sounds good. Let me make these calls. I got another one here, but yeah, what's that? Yeah, for him for now, and then let me finish these follow-ups, and I'll let you know later.
Whatever happened to Better Call Saul?
I'm gonna call him literally like right now.
All right.
I'll let you know. All right, bro. All right, see ya. Better Call Saul. I love Saul, man. We better call Saul right now. I'm gonna call Saul right now. I'm gonna call my homie. It's Better Call Saul. Yeah. Better Call Saul. My G. My homie. My brother from another mother. Yeah. All right. Better call. Oh, I was calling someone entirely different. That is not who I intended on calling. Let me see. Oh, that's a different. There you go. Uh-huh. Alrighty, how's it going? How's it going? How you been? That's awesome, man. I'm doing good, man. You know what I'm gonna ask you. I mean, from our last conversation, I mean, I'm just anxious to know your latest bill. I'm like excited. It's, just out of curiosity, I want to know. Yeah, so what happened there? Is it relatively the same or what? But I mean, relatively the same, very slight. Let me see. All right, let me see one. Uh, yeah. Okay. That's good. So it looks like the same system size is what I would say. Yeah. There's nothing you can do. You can't escape the truth. But the truth will set you free. That's what the Bible says. Amen to that. Okay, let me ask you this. I'm gonna ask you something. I'm just looking at your email. Do you believe it was a climate first? Yeah, I think it's climate first. Yeah, you're getting a loan. It's not cash. Yeah, so it's climate first. Uh, you're gonna go cash. Okay. I'm okay. If I'm just because we're gonna be in what's your county again? What county are you in? Let me see. Is this Winter Garden or hold on? Let me. It's okay. So it's either you think it's like probably Orange County or oh okay no hold on right in the middle. Okay, yeah, Lake County. Okay, yeah, I know. What I'm Lake County, like it kind of sucks, and I'm just gonna. I'm not trying to pressure you or anything. I'm just gonna tell you the truth. Lake County, man, like they're not as quick as Orange County, relative to permitting. Just to keep, they're not fast. Um, what I can recommend is like, okay, because the thing is this: if you are still planning on getting like cash, or they do have now it's like 8% APR, but there's no prepayment penalty. It's same as half price. That could be an interesting option, so you don't have to make the full payment, but it is an 8% APR, so you can pay it off in like, oh, it's installed in 3 months. You can do that. A lot of people who have cash in hand, but they want to pay it within a year. That's another option. All I'm saying is, unless you guys change your mind on getting a lease, I would not sleep on it, because if you happen to not install this in time before December 31st, and also keep in mind that many counties are backlogged because of this whole rush of people. Oh crap, I have to have this thing installed before December 31st. So I mean, that's all I have to keep in mind. Like it is risky. Like let's assume um We applied for the permit. What we can also do this, like worst case scenario, you can just like if I don't know if this is what you want to hear, but like if for some reason the permit, because we're going to be in September, so we have what, like 3 more months or something. If we can't get this permit approved and installed before December 31st, I mean, yeah, it is. It's tricky because if you're getting, that's why I would recommend. I mean, I'm just being honest with you. That's why I would recommend getting a loan. Why? Because cash is harder to. Anyways, it's there's more penalties and stuff in most agreements. Usually, most companies, have more. You have to, pay the deposit. If we see in the timeline that the system can't be installed by December 31st, and you got a same as cash loan option, essentially what I would say, well, you're gonna lose the 30% tax credit. The entire market's gonna shift to leases anyways. Just get a 0% escalator lease and keep your money. Um, because that is the whole like you guys are gonna be mad if you lose that 30%. That's what I'm trying to like. Yeah. We still have time, but like what I think what we can I think the last thing that we were doing is let me see here. If Yeah. Um how many one power, right? I think. If you remove the yeah, because the power wall is like because you're with Duke, right? You know, they have a one for one, so you don't need the power wall for that. Like some people like OUC, they need the power wall for so they don't throw away energy to the grid, so it stores it. So you have Duke as one for one. Even if they somehow just like OUC, hey, you guys are screwed. You have a month to have this installed or no more net metering. People that were installed before any bill or proposal passed or whatever, you grandfather 25 years. Same thing with SB 1024, SR 741. When 2022, they tried to pass net metering for all of Florida and DeSantis vetoed it. So, I mean, honestly, I would just remove the power wall and and just keep the solar. And I would keep the same system size. Uh, yeah, yeah. Hold on. It's, because so I think that you guys were considering the Climate First Bank because of the whole sign up bonus thing. Um, if we do, let me see, we can. So what I was able to get for you guys was their same price with the remember the solar insurance expensive and whatever. That was a banger deal. So I'm just saying that no one will go that low. They would rather like sleep home and watch a movie than because we can include with the solar insurer their same price, and what that means is and without the sign up bonus crap, so 55,538. But then you're removing the power wall, which is 12.5 or something. So it's 43,038 with solar insurance, same equipment, same system size. Now, if you want to come up with a number, maybe if you guys are willing to reduce the system size slightly, you can bring it down a little bit because this is like, yeah, this price is pretty. Who are you mentioning? Someone who oh, he installed solar in his house, so he knows how it works. Okay, that sounds pretty awesome. Like when you say like airplane marshals, that sounds like a movie. Like I'm gonna have to like, hey, Tom Cruise, man, let's get solar with this guy. But okay, I'll tell you. I'm going to just update the proposal with the numbers. I'm not going to remove panels. I'm going to. I'm just going to send you. I'm just going to send me because I have. No, no, you don't have to worry. I have like 6 people that I have to get quotes today. Um, so I'm just gonna mention your situation. It's like, hey, just take off the battery and the best possible price with the solar insure. I'm just gonna reply to the email just so you have that, and then you talk to your friend, and then you let me know what you guys want to do, and then we'll go from there. But uh, that's it. That's it. And I'm happy that regardless, we were accurate. I was pretty sure we were relatively accurate relative to the system size. I'm gonna keep repeating this. How they try to sell you half of a system size that you needed. I don't care. It makes me look like a hero. You have no idea. Anyways, I'll talk to you later. Makes me feel good, man. This is what makes me happy in solar is like when I catch these companies red-handed. I love it. I love it. Anyways, I'll send you that text and then like how much time do you think you need to talk to your friend like so I can just remind. What's this? What's the system size? Is like 22. I mean, it is a large. I mean, yeah, it is a powerhouse of a system. I mean, how old is your AC again? Your HVAC? It's everything brand new. I don't know. I mean, come up with the honestly. This could be like one of those things where it's like, would it make a big difference to lower it to 20? But trust me when I say this, you're gonna look down the line and you're gonna be like, okay, let's lower it from 21 to 20 kilowatts. Trust me when I say this, you're gonna be like, oh, thank God I kept the 20. That's all I can say. I'm not gonna. Yeah. Uh huh. Uh huh. Uh huh. Yeah. That's literally it. All right. So yeah, I'll just call you like you can just text me or whatever like a day or two there, and I'll shoot you a reply with like some updated stuff, and then we go from there. What we can do. All right, sounds yeah. Please do, and have a good night for the family with the wife. All the best, and God bless you, my friend. Good talking to you. You impacted me, just so you know, regardless of everything. If you guys go solar or not, or some hydrogen power technology, I'm unaware about. Just remember about me, so I can sell the hydrogen power technology. If you if, I just want to say, man, I appreciate you, man. You're one of those people that when I talk to a lot of people, you're one of the guys who I remembered from our conversation about all those things that we were talking about. All right, my brother. Well, hey, have a good night. Say hi to the family, and then we'll keep in touch. Sounds good. Take care. All right, Saul. All right, take care. Bye. I got okay. Love this guy. He's my G. We got 14. Man, it's starting to be. I got too many proposals to make today. But having said that, I will tell you this much. Wants a zero. Okay, that's 0%. I gotta tell my homie. I'm gonna tell my homie, where you at, dog? Just what's the where did I get the would be willing to take off a all right, that was a great. You know what, man? I'm gonna call it a day. I'm just gonna finish it at 15 just because I feel good and I have way too many proposals and actual people to follow up. This is for me. I'm already backlogged with proposals and solar anyways projects to take care of. So I'm gonna attempt just my homeboy. Love this guy, Mr. Davis. I'm just gonna. Let me see.
Please leave your message for.
I'm just gonna call him twice. Boom, there, done. You know what? If I said I was gonna do 20, I'm gonna do 20. That's it. That's it. If I said I was gonna do 20, I'm gonna do 20. Boom, just like that.
Please leave your message for 347.
And then I'm gonna call this guy. Notes.
Hello?
Hey, Zeb, how's it going, sir? This is Eric about the solar. You asked me to call you in like 3 weeks. This was like July 31st. So I'm just giving you that. Oh, you're on vacation? Enjoy, sir. I will call you in the future. You enjoy that. That's awesome. Yes, sir. Take care. Bye-bye. on vacation, but that was a dial. That was a dial. And doesn't it feel good? I love these people that are on vacation. I gotta wrap this up. On vacation, call him later. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm so freaking close from the 20 dials, bro. Like, I'm feeling so awesome right now. I'm gonna call my homeboy. Let me see just the notes. This guy's awesome. I hope he's okay. I hope everything's good. Let's figure it out. Hey, Randy. How have you, sir? Because I have let me just add here. How many? I just need one more dial and I'm good for today. And that's gonna be Juan. Call my boy Juan. Just one more courtesy call and I am a good. Dials, baby. 21 dials. Let's get it. I'm happy with 21 dials, honestly. Good day. Okay. All right, awesome, guys. I'm calling it a night. I'm calling it a day for today. Why? You know what, man? Ooh, look at that. Today's the 21st. On August 21st, I did 21 dials. Beautiful. It just feels so good when you do what you want to do, what you're supposed to do. So there's that. I'm gonna obviously post this on my Instagram. Follow me on Instagram, personal Eric Brickus. I'm here to save people, train people, educate people on solar, on selling, on health. Take care of your body, take care of your soul, your mind, and whether you are a sales professional getting focused in solar or a homeowner considering solar or wanting to know more so you can recommend to more people and then get your referral or commission from us, whether you want to just refer or sell or be an appointment setter or whatever, there you go. Please subscribe, like, comment, all that stuff. Share this video. It's very informative. It's really great. We're going to be here many times every single day when we're here making these calls. So yeah, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I will see you in the next live. They said you got to say something. Let's say 10:30 Eastern time. Is that good? See you tomorrow on a Friday, August 22nd. Let's go.